So, my people, from all indication, Oni's wives are not ready to stop, despite the fact that Oni has lamented, and at the same time, he has set a rule across to them that states categorically that anyone that fights or anyone that creates any form of chaos or problem in the palace is likely to leave. And from what we are hearing, allegedly, Olori Adironke, who loves coming out exactly when the whole matters have escalated, has still come out again. And this time around, on the basis which Olori Adironke has come out, has actually sparked different form of reaction from different persons as they are finding it not to be funny. So Olori Aderonke is beginning to look into matters in one way or the other, and she is saying a lot and a lot of things. So from all that Olori Aderonke is saying, she is saying that Oni is partial. Yes, him coming out now to say that if they create any kind of chaos or they cause any form of problem, it will be he would drastically come on them. It does not make sense. Yes, it doesn't, because he knows very well that most of them are well deserving of a lot of things in that palace, but they never get them. They never get these things. So right now, only telling them that if they do any single thing in the palace, he would drastically come out them does not speak of what is supposed to happen in the palace. And if he does not speak, then what exactly is supposed to happen? According to her, Oni has done preferences. We have heard this thing over and over again. Miriam have said it, everybody have said it. They have said it like repeatedly. This whole thing of Oni having preferences and the rest. So according to Olori Aderonke, when she took money from the Oni, there were expectations. She knows that most persons were expecting that the only comes after her, the only drags her. But you see, the way Olori Aderonke took money from Oni's account, she took it like first class fraud. Yes, because there were no trace of the money. But why Oni knew it was her was because she has traded with those accounts on several occasions. And if there is anyone who has the possibilities of withdrawing from those accounts without anyone even noticing or knowing what has occurred in their account, she is the one who has that capability. So they only knew directly that she was the one, or any other person never knew, because she did it like it was a fraudulent activity or something, move the money without anyone's notice. So now the big thing here is Olori Aderonke is saying that Oni's reluctant attitude towards them seems like there are a mistake in his life. What she knows is that them and the Oni were doing okay. What has caused problem and what has caused all of this whole issue of divorce and the rest is as a result of Olori Naomi. So now, why this whole discussion did not seem interesting to or the Oni is that when she started saying something, okay, say it in such a way that everybody will understand that this is a part you are driving at. She decided to go start dragging Naomi again. She said it's because of Olori Naomi. When Naomi came into the palace, nobody pushed her out. It was her decision not to stay. Now that Naomi have decided not to stay, Oni is taking it out on them. So now practically she's saying that the Oni is taking out the frustration from Olori Naomi on them, and it is not making sense. How true could this be? We have been following this matter for a very long time, because there was a time that Olori Naomi said something to the Oni that let no divorce happen on her account. If Oni is going to divorce this woman, then he should legally divorce them, because he doesn't want any union with them again. He should not divorce
Dem dey
them
call say
because
Ooni
she
papa,
Olori
Ooni
Naomi,
brother,
she's in the
Ooni
picture,
sisters.
and
Yeah, na so dey
Oni
dey call
doesn't
am.
want
Just even though
any
those
other
people
person to
get
come into
names
the
now,
picture
people
again,
don
because
forget the
Naomi
names.
said something
So no
like
matter
this
wetin
before.
happen, na
So you
so
see,
dey
this
go
matter
take
is beginning to
address
be
am. Dey
more
no dey even
mature
address
than we
dem by
thought.
their
Before now,
names
we thought
o.
it was a
Dey go
child's
address.
play or one childish display or childish attitude. But as we speak right now, this matter is quite more complicated than we ever thought, because what these women are driving at, or whatsoever it is that Olori Aderonke is saying now, it's making sense. Yeah, this is beginning to speak more volume, because if this divorce are happening because Olori Naomi has to return back into the palace, then when another woman comes into the picture and seems to be more relevant than Naomi, then will a divorce happen for the woman to stay. Will another set of divorce take place for the woman to stay? So it is not really making sense. Yes, we know we all want Naomi to return back into the palace. We know that we all love Olori Naomi. Naomi is the one person we all want her badly back into the palace. But it is right now, if all of these divorce are happening on the account that only want Olori Naomi back into the palace, then it doesn't make sense. Look at when Oni's father gave Olori Naomi a blank check, and then he said, whatsoever you want. And Naomi was like, if her left alone, oh, she would have loved to not to do all this polygamy of a thing. And there were like they all the Oloris will leave the palace. What happened? It did not end well. They waged a war that if Oni's father wants to send them out, he should be bold enough to ask them to leave rather than hiding under the canopy of Olori Naomi to, send them away. So all of these things keep happening day after day, and then the progression keeps on revolving. Yeah, it keeps on like that. And if this whole thing happens, that means Oni is reawakening the divorce for them. If Olivia Deronka is speaking like this, Oni wants that divorce to happen by all means. But most of these women have already refused that. We are not signing any divorce papers. We are not doing anything, because most of them feel that the palace is where they belong. Waking up every morning and then people calling you Olori, a king's wife, it's one of their utmost desires. And if they happen to leave, how would that happen? Will they start calling you a former Olori? Look at Zainab now. Who even knows if Zainab exists? It's the people who are in the picture, the people who are controlling the affairs. Yes, the people who are right in the forefront. Those are the ones ruling it. So no matter what you say now will not change the fact that these women want to be the ones in charge. Yes, they want to be the ones who are ruling this whole matter, and they are the ones controlling it. So my people, na so matter they take end. And on top of this one, we don't see like this, there is nothing more to say. The end has come already. Because whatsoever decision only makes, it is going to implicate Olori Naomi more. So we feel he might be more considerate in making decisions in such a way that they will not directly implicate Olori Naomi. Because these women are beginning to have a feeling now that whatsoever happens is because Naomi has to return back into the palace. Don't forget, the renovation of her apartment has begun, and people are already congratulating her because once they finish, she will return back into the palace. Well, there's always something in preparation for her return. From what we have known quite for some time now, those preparations last forever. The last time it was one cleansing like that, that took place. The cleansing lasted until nobody knew what happened again. Then the other time they said there were some traditional rites they had to do. The other time they said they should wait for the Lodge of Fire. They keep waiting for something. Shall we hope that this renovation doesn't take forever, because Naomi has to return back into the palace.